guys, welcome back. So we're going to be doing the part 3 of the best restaurants in Epcot. So we're going to start in Norway, and we're going to start with the Akershus Royal Banquet Hall. This is a character meal. They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you do the breakfast, it means you can get into the park early, and it also means that someone can reserve a spot in the line for the Elsa and Anna character meet and greet. I'll do a video another day on that, how to meet Elsa and Anna, cheating the system and not having to wait in that long line. But now they have all these new frozen things, so I'll do a video on that another day. But anyway, so it says here that, like always, you should expect that the prices will differentiate between the on and off seasons. So during Christmas time, for example, the prices will be more expensive, whereas in September they won't be. So adult price range is anywhere from $41.53 to $50.05. Children, who are the ages 3 to 9, range anywhere from $22.55 to $28.75. Taxes included, gratuity is not. A standard non-alcoholic beverage and desserts are included in this price. So you get a complimentary image package, 1 image package per group of 4 paying guests, 2 packages for groups of 5 to 8 guests, and 3 packages for groups of 9 to 12 guests. You get a photo package including 4 prints 4x6 and 1 print 6x8 print with one of the Disney princesses in a themed folder. So it gives you more details on that if you go to the allears.net site. I will post a link to that below. So I did look at a video of this for the lunch. I am going to be showing you guys the lunch menu, and that was also the lunch prices, because I feel that the lunch is a fair medium between breakfast and dinner, so that's why I always do the lunch for my videos. So I'm just going to read you the menu. So everyone starts off with a taste of Norway. This magnificent feast includes sliced deli meat, seafood, and a grand selection of prepared salads and cheeses. So, the taste of Norway, from what I saw, I watched a video before I made this video. A family went there for lunch, and they got this platter and had cheeses, meats, vegetables, and fruit. The entrees that they have for lunch: grilled beef sandwich, mushroom stuffed pasta, open-faced chicken sandwich, oven roasted chicken breast, pan-seared salmon, and traditional Norwegian meatballs. For the kids, you can get meatballs, pasta with grilled chicken, pizza, a grilled chicken breast, a medium macaroni, or salmon. And dessert, they give you like a little sampler, served family style, and you get sweet and savory chocolate mousse, traditional rice cream topped with strawberry sauce, and an apple cake with cardamom whipped cream. And they also list the drinks that you can choose from. You get a non-alcoholic beverage. In the video that I saw, the character that you take a picture with before you sit at the table, in that particular video, the character was Belle. I don't know if that's how it is every time you go there. Like, when you go to Cinderella's Royal Table, as I've mentioned in my Magic Kingdom restaurant video, you take a picture with Cinderella, but that's expected. I don't know if every time you go to Akershus, you take a picture with Belle and then you go sit down. You can take pictures with all the other princesses, but what happens is as soon as you step into the restaurant, you're basically waiting in line to take a picture with Belle. In this instance, that was in the video. So the family waited in line. They took a professional picture with Belle, the Disney photographer, and that was the complimentary photo that came with your purchase of the meal. And then the characters that came to their tables were Ariel, Snow White, and Aurora. I don't know if the mom cut out other characters, but I don't see why she would. Here it says on the All Your Sonnet site that um, Disney princesses, leading ladies, and friends who may appear include Ariel, Belle, Cinderella, Jasmine, Snow White, Princess Aurora, Mulan, or Mary Poppins. So as I've said in the video, they didn't have Mulan or Mary Poppins or Jasmine, but I guess it just depends when you go. Maybe for different meals, they have different characters. I don't know. Never actually been there. The food from the video looks very decent, looks very good. I know the mom ordered the oven roasted chicken breast with vegetable barley risotto, Brussels sprouts, and champagne mushroom sauce. The chicken itself looked awesome. Um, and then I know that the dad ordered the meatballs, which is a traditional Norwegian dish. It looked pretty good. The little girl ordered the meatballs, so it seemed that she liked that, so I guess that's good. So yeah, so that's Akershus. And now we're gonna move on. I know that I'm normally I just do main restaurants, but there is something worth mentioning here at Norway. The Kringla Bakery og Cafe. It is the Norwegian bakery and it is incredible. You have to go there. This is a good place to get a snack, and I know I said I'd do a separate video on the snacks, but you can actually get sandwiches here for lunch. Um, excuse me. Um, if you're on a budget, this is also a good place to go. All their sandwiches here, they're pretty much $8.49, $7.49, $5.99. It's a really good place to go if you're on a budget, and they have a lot of good pastries. And I'll tell you the most famous one in a second. So they have, you can get a salmon and egg sandwich. It's $8.49. A Norwegian club sandwich, which is turkey, ham, and bacon with Jarlsberg and Munster cheese with fresh tomatoes, sliced red onion, and lingonberry mayonnaise on toasted multigrain bread. That's also $8.49. They have a ham and apple sandwich, a roast beef sandwich, and a vegetable torte. I've seen people come here and just get the sandwiches. It's a good place to go. Like I said, if you're on budget, not on the dining plan, this is a good place also to get a snack from the bakery. And bakery has a lot of traditional bakery items as well as Norwegian stuff. They have, it says a trollhorn, which is cloudberry jam with whipped cream and a crispy pastry sugar coated shell. Lefse, it's spelled Lefse, traditional potato flatbread rolled with a sweet cinnamon butter. I've gotten the cinnamon roll before. It's the same cinnamon roll that you get anywhere else, but I was in the mood for a cinnamon roll when I went there the last time. Berry cream puff, a veiled maiden, I don't know what that is, and it doesn't give me a description. They have Verdens Beast or Best, spelled Verdens space Beste, rum cake with custard and almond meringue topping. Rulekake, Rullekake, yellow cake layered with fresh raspberry filling and powdered sugar. Oh, and they have an Olaf thing. I don't know what that is actually. And an Olaf mini bund cake. That must be some kind of pastry shaped like Olaf. I haven't been to Disney World since Frozen came out, so. So the most famous item that they have drum roll please, is the school bread. This is one of the top snacks in Walt Disney World. No, it is not as popular as, say, um, Mickey ice cream bar or the turkey leg, but if you're a Disney fan or you've ever been here before, you know that the school bread is the best item. It is the best seller. That is sweet cardamom bun filled with vanilla cream, custard, and topped with the glazed and toasted coconut. Um, it's basically a stuffed donut, and I believe it has yellow frosting on it and coconut on it. All I remember is it being yellow. I don't know why. My personal opinion, I didn't like it, but I'm not really into heavy cream filled things. Um, so it wasn't for me personally, but I know from experience, like just judging by how many people buy it each day, it tastes good. Believe me, it tastes good. It just personally to me, I don't like it. So there you go with that. Um, I will talk about Joffrey's espresso coffee and pastries just very briefly. I'm not going to read you the menu or anything, but it's in Showcase Plaza. It's kind of the in-between area between the Tomorrowland and World Showcase. And this is one of the kiosks in Walt Disney World where you can get cappuccino, a latte. The only reason I mention this is because I know my mom is one of these people that no matter where you go, it could be August, which is when we typically go, it could be 100 degrees out, and my mom still wants her cappuccino or latte. Of course, they also serve iced coffee as well. Um, just so you know, Joffrey's espresso coffee and pastries. Um, the cafe does mean coffee in French. I think I said cafe. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, so yeah, they have that there just so you guys know if you're one of those people like my mom. And also a quick tip, I'll probably do Hollywood Studios next, but there is a place called Writer's Stop or something like that, and it's kind of in between Star Wars and Streets of America, and they have cappuccinos and lattes there. Because it's very rare that in Walt Disney World that they have um, counter service or kiosks for cappuccinos and lattes because Florida is generally a warm place. I know it can get cold in the winter, but for the most part. Um, so next we're going on to United Kingdom Pavilion. This place is also one of my favorites. So beautifully decorated, I have to tell you. Um, just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Um, they have, a little water fountain, and then there's bathrooms right behind it, and then they just have gardens all around, and there's like the telephone booths. I think you can actually use them. I've never actually tried it. I don't know why. Um, and they have a shop, and then they have the they have this little counter service called Yorkshire County Fish Shop. It's right next to the Rose and Crown Pub restaurant, which I'll get to in a second. But if you really want the taste of fish and chips, authentic fish and chips, but you don't want to hurt your budget, I would just go to the Yorkshire County Fish Shop and get the fish and chips there. It's the same thing that you can get at Rose and Crown, but for cheaper. Do keep in mind that the Yorkshire County Fish Shop, there is no seating. I think there's like one or two tables, but there's really nothing. So do make sure that you can actually take your food and go find a bench around the lagoon and eat there. Um, so now we're moving on to Rose and Crown. I will be doing the dinner. I have eaten there so many times, and this has to be my top rated sit down restaurant in all of Epcot. Hands down. It's amazing. It's reasonably priced for authentic cuisine. Where I come from, there aren't a lot of pubs, so this is a win-win for us. Um, and they do have a really good fish and chips. So I'll just read their appetizers. They have house-made English meat pies, trio of United Kingdom cheese. They have a potato leek soup and a Scotch egg, which is a golden fried hard boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat with mustard sauce. I've never gotten an appetizer there, so I don't know. Entrees, fish and chips, bangers and mash. They have a New York strip steak and fried fish, or you can just get the New York strip steak separate. They have a vegetable cottage pie, salmon, corned beef and cabbage, Indian style chicken masala, and shepherd's pie. So very traditional English things. Obviously with the Indian fusion, they have, Indian style chicken masala. Um, and their entrees are reasonably priced. They're, let's see, the fish and chips are $19.99. The bangers and mash is $14.99. Vegetable cottage pie is $14.99. And the other entrees are $18.99 with the exception of the steak and the combined steak and fish. The combined one is $31.99 and the New York strip is $26.99. Excuse me. When you come here, I highly recommend that you get a side dish of mushy peas and bubble and squeak. I totally forgot what bubble and squeak is actually off the top of my head. I believe it is meat in it. I'm not mistaken. I just remember I really enjoyed it. Mushy peas is basically like mashed potatoes, but if mashed potatoes were peas, if that makes any sense to you at all. So also when I went to Rose and Crown, they had this dessert called Sandy's Mess, and it's also on this menu right here. Highly recommend it. It's so simple yet so good. And it had just this so good. I'm sorry. It was pound cake with like berries and like a whipped cream type thing, and it was so good. And I found Bubble and Squeak here. Bubble and Squeak is a traditional English dish made with shallow fried leftover vegetables. Okay. I guess it doesn't have meat in it, but I remember it tasting really good. So yeah. Alright, so back to allears.net. Another true story, when I went to Rose and Crown, our waiter was so nice. So nice. I forgot his name. But he, well, actually, I think all the waiters there do this. I don't know. He was just a really nice waiter. He let us go in their special viewing area. It's a very narrow space, but we got to see Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, which is the show that they have there on the Little Lake. And we got like front row seats just because we ate there, and it was awesome. So I would, if I were you, look up the show times for Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, and I'd make the dinner time maybe 30 minutes, no sooner than 30 minutes prior to the show, only because, you know, if you finish your meal within the 30 minutes, you might have to leave eventually. So make sure you do that, because I know that we were kind of near the people that were sitting out on the outside eating area. They were watching the show while they were eating, and I was so jealous. I wish I could have done that. But I was still fortunate enough that we were there late enough that our waiter even, allowed us to just wait outside and watch the show. And we really didn't have to wait that long um, to see the show, because by the time we were done, we maybe had to wait like 5 minutes for the show to start. So they also have Jaffa tarts, which are orange cream filled cakes with chocolate ganache, raspberry sauce, and fresh oranges. Mandy's mess, as I mentioned, and they have a no sugar added yogurt parfait. There you go. So our final place, unless that was it. Oh, that was it. So thank you guys for watching. Since this is my final video on Epcot restaurant-wise, I just want to say that my highest recommendation for counter service is definitely hands down Sunshine Seasons. If you really want to do that, my highest recommendation for a sit-down restaurant would definitely be Rose and Crown Pub, the one I just did. And make sure, as I said, if you do plan on doing the dinner, that you do reserve near the Illuminations Reflections of Earth showtime. I would tell you a time, but they are always subject to change, so make sure you look that up or call someone from Disney up right before you go away and make those dinner reservations. And remember, if you're staying on property, you can make your dinner reservations 180 days prior to your trip. So do that, and have a good day.